Hello everyone. So our next chapter is chapter 2, chemical changes and reactions. First of all, we will discuss that what is a chemical reaction. It is the process of breaking the chemical bonds of the reacting substances called reactants and making new bonds to form new substances called products. Now, what is a chemical bond? Chemical bond is a force of attraction that holds the atoms of a molecule together in a compound. Now about this chemical bond we will study in detail in the coming chapters. Here you only have to study that chemical reaction is the process in which the reacting substances chemical bonds are broken down to form new substances by making new bonds. Now, this chemical reaction occurs when the particles of the reacting substances collide. Now, this collision occurs either when the reacting substances are in close contact or when some energy is supplied to them. So, now we will study about the different conditions which are required for making the chemical changes or chemical reactions. Now different conditions which are necessary for a chemical change. First is mixing. In the process of mixing, we can say that in some cases chemical reaction occurs when the substances are mixed in their solid state. Let's take an example. Lead nitrate, which is white solid, it reacts with potassium iodide, which is also a white solid, to form potassium nitrate and lead iodide. So here the reactants used are in their solid state. This is an example of the process of mixing. Next is solution. In some cases chemical reaction can occur when the substances are mixed in their molten state. Molten state means पिघली हुई state में, or in their aqueous form. Aqueous solution means when a solution is made in which the solvent used is water. If the solvent is water, then we will say that the given solution is a aqueous solution. So in some cases when the chemical reaction occurs when the substances are mixed in their molten state or in the aqueous state, then we say that it is a solution condition. Let's take an example. Sodium chloride in its aqueous state reacts with silver nitrate, which is also a colorless liquid, to form white colored precipitate of silver chloride and sodium nitrate. Now what is precipitate? Precipitate is the insoluble part which settles down at the bottom of a test tube when we perform the reactions. Next is heat. In some cases chemical reaction occurs on heating. When the reacting substances are heated, then the chemical reaction takes place. For example, thermal decomposition reactions, the decomposition reaction which is brought about in the presence of heat is one of the example. You can see here copper carbonate, which is a green colored solid, it decomposes on heating into a black colored residue of copper oxide and a colorless gas carbon dioxide. So the decomposition reaction of copper carbonate takes place on heating. In the same way we can say that calcium carbonate, it also decomposes into calcium oxide and carbon dioxide on strong heating. Next is light. In some chemical reactions, in some cases we can say that the chemical reaction occurs by the action of light, and such chemical reaction which takes place by the action of light are called as photochemical reactions or photolysis. For example, photosynthesis process. Plants form glucose from carbon dioxide and water in the presence of sunlight. Then we have chlorine. When chlorine is mixed with water in the presence of sunlight, it reacts to form hydrochloric acid and hypochlorous acid. This hypochlorous acid is unstable, and when it is exposed to sunlight, it further decomposes into hydrochloric acid and oxygen. So this reaction takes place, and it is a disproportionation reaction. Here chlorine is getting oxidized also and chlorine is reduced also. About this we will study later on deeply, but you have to learn that when chlorine reacts with the water, then finally the bubbles of gas are seen, that is oxygen gas. One more thing, this hypochlorous acid is basically responsible for keeping the water which is stored in any container or in the swimming pools also from it prevents the water from getting infected. So hypochlorous acid prevents the water of swimming pools as well as any stored water from getting infected, and therefore chlorine is mixed in the water. Then in the case of light, you have to remember one thing, that the solution of silver nitrate and hydrogen peroxide, these solutions are kept in the dark colored bottles, in the brown bottles, because this brown bottle prevents the passage of light. Because if these solutions will come in the direct contact of sunlight, when silver nitrate is exposed to sunlight, then it decomposes into silver, brown gas nitrogen dioxide, and a colorless gas oxygen. And the solution will turn from colorless to either dark brown or black color. In the same way, when hydrogen peroxide comes in direct contact of sunlight, when it is exposed to sunlight, then it decomposes into water and oxygen. So in order to prevent their decomposition, they are kept in the brown bottles. Then we have electricity. Some chemical reactions takes place by passing electricity through the reacting substances. For example, electrolysis of acidulated water. Now what is acidulated water? Water that contains some quantity of acid is called as acidulated water. So when this acidulated water, through it when electricity is passed, then hydrogen and oxygen gases are evolved. Oxygen is obtained at the anode and hydrogen is obtained at the cathode. Then we have pressure. In some cases, the chemical reaction occurs when the reacting substances are subjected to very high pressure. Let's take the example of Haber's process. In Haber's process, nitrogen is taken from air and hydrogen gas is taken from natural gas, basically methane, in the ratio 1:3 by volume, and the temperature taken is 400 to 450 degrees Celsius. Pressure is above 200 atmosphere. About catalyst and promoter we will discuss later on. Iron is used as a catalyst and promoter is molybdenum here. So in this process, nitrogen and hydrogen react in the ratio 1:3 by volume to give ammonia. Now at each pass of these reactants to the reactor, only 15% of ammonia is obtained in one step. Means by the continual recycling of the unreacted nitrogen and hydrogen, the overall conversion takes place. So this reaction, this process takes place at a pressure of about 200 atmosphere. So this is an example when the reacting substances are subjected to high pressure, then the reaction is taking place. Then we have catalyst. There are certain substances which are used for accelerating the rate of a chemical reaction or decelerating the rate of a chemical reaction, and they are called as catalyst, and they themselves do not take part in the chemical reaction. You can take one example, the decomposition of potassium chlorate. It takes place at about 700 degrees Celsius and the reaction is also very slow. But when manganese dioxide is used, then the rate of the decomposition starts at a temperature of about 300 degree Celsius. The decomposition starts at about 300 degree Celsius, and also the rate of the decomposition is faster. And manganese dioxide itself remains unaffected. It do not take part in the chemical reaction. So we can say that manganese dioxide is a catalyst here. Then we have positive catalyst and negative catalyst. The catalysts which are used for accelerating the rate of a chemical reaction are called as positive catalyst. For example, the decomposition of hydrogen peroxide. The rate of the decomposition of hydrogen peroxide into water and oxygen increases in the presence of manganese dioxide, and therefore manganese dioxide act as a positive catalyst here in this reaction. Whereas the decomposition of hydrogen peroxide retards in the presence of phosphoric acid, and therefore phosphoric acid act as a negative catalyst here. Next is promoter. Substances which are used for improving the efficiency of the catalyst which is used in the reaction. Means we can say that वो substances जो कि किसी भी chemical reaction के ऊपर अपना प्रभाव डालते हैं by improving the efficiency of the catalyst are called as promoters. So here in Haber's process, iron is used as a catalyst and molybdenum is used as a promoter.